Breaking news! We have some important updates to share with you. Things are very busy behind the scenes for the Detroit Lions, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But first, make sure you've hit the like button if you've been a Lions fan for over 20 years. It's great to see fans of all ages. If possible, write something like this: "Let's go Lions! Let's go to the Super Bowl!" The Lions already have one of the best running back duos in the league, with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery tearing up defenses all season. But with Craig Reynolds and Jamar Jefferson set to hit free agency next year, there's a bit of uncertainty about who will provide depth for our star quarterbacks in 2025. And that's where the latest rumor comes in. There's speculation that Detroit could bring in Patriots running back JaMycal Hasty on a one-year, $1.75 million deal. Now, you might be wondering, why Hasty? Well, despite a limited role in New England last season, Hasty proved to be a solid dual-threat option when given the chance. He averaged a respectable 4.0 yards per carry in his 5 seasons and added 60 catches for 375 yards and a couple of touchdowns as a receiver out of the backfield. While his 2024 stats of 20 carries for 69 yards and 10 catches for 59 yards aren't exactly impressive, it's worth noting that the Patriots have struggled with offensive line issues all year. Bringing in a veteran like Hasty could give the Lions valuable insurance behind Gibbs and Montgomery. We've seen both backs miss time due to injuries over the past 2 seasons, so having reliable depth is important, especially when you're a contender looking to make another deep playoff run. That said, the most likely move is still Detroit bringing back one or both Reynolds and Jefferson, who already know the system well and have excelled when called upon. But if Brad Holmes decides to explore other options, Hasty could be a sneaky and smart addition. What do you think, Lions fans? Should Detroit stick with the guys they know or take a chance on a veteran like Hasty for added depth? Reports are swirling that the Lions may be facing the possibility of losing their offensive and defensive coordinators, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, after this playoff run. As you know, both coaches were instrumental in the Lions' success this season, helping lead Detroit to the top seed in the NFC. Over the past week, Johnson and Glenn have been busy interviewing for head coaching positions. Ben Johnson, in particular, seems to have made a strong impression on the Las Vegas Raiders. Insider Hundo Carpenter reported that Johnson has hit it off with none other than Tom Brady, the Raiders' co-owner and NFL legend. The chemistry between them seems to be so strong that Johnson is now rumored to be the front-runner for the Raiders' head coaching job. According to Carpenter, the Raiders are willing to go all in to secure Johnson. "I had an NFL executive tell me that they believe Ben Johnson is the guy to beat for the job," Carpenter shared. Tom Brady was extremely impressed with Johnson, and Johnson was equally impressed with Brady. On the defensive side, Aaron Glenn is also drawing a lot of attention around the league. ESPN's Adam Schefter even suggested that it would be shocking if Glenn didn't land a head coaching job this cycle. Teams like the New York Jets and New Orleans Saints are reportedly showing significant interest in him. Schefter added, "I think there's every possibility, and probably probability, that the Lions lose both of their coordinators this cycle. Aaron Glenn is getting a lot of attention, and it would be a big surprise if he didn't come out of this with a job." Now, Lions fans, this raises some big questions. If Johnson and Glenn leave, how will that affect the team's momentum heading into next season? Campbell has built a winning culture, but losing key minds on both sides of the ball could be a challenge. One thing is for sure, we need to focus on now. The Lions are still in the hunt for a Super Bowl, and the entire team is focused on this week's divisional matchup against the Commanders. But it's clear that the league has taken notice of what was built in Detroit. What do you think, Lions fans? Would losing both coordinators be a setback, or has the foundation been set for continued success? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Alright, let's talk about the latest buzz surrounding your Detroit Lions. Bill Belichick, one of the greatest minds in football history, just gave some serious respect to the way the Lions are handling their creative play calling this season. And guess what? He thinks the team is gearing up to silence the loudest critics in the national media. Lions fans, you've seen it all year, those bold, unpredictable plays from offensive mastermind Ben Johnson. Trick plays, fake punts, wild formations, this team has been fearless, and it's a big reason they've racked up 15 wins. But despite the success, some talking heads keep questioning the Lions' creativity, claiming they're wasting these plays in games that don't matter. Really? It's been frustrating to hear, right? But those critics clearly aren't paying attention. Johnson has shown a level of strategic genius that can't be ignored. Remember the play where our guys fell down on purpose? That wasn't just for show. That was pure football brilliance, designed to exploit specific defensive tendencies. Now, here's where Belichick comes in. The legendary coach, now leading North Carolina, weighed in on what he calls playoff plays. He believes teams like Detroit and Kansas City have been holding back some special strategies all season, waiting for the perfect moment when the stakes are highest. He explained it like this: teams work on creative plays all year but save them for the playoffs, when every inch matters. Belichick even speculated that defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn might have some surprise blitz packages up his sleeve. And we all know how creative Glenn has been this year, right? Belichick also made a great point about keeping players motivated. Special plays not only confuse opponents but also keep energy high during practice. Remember when Penei Sewell caught that pass earlier this season? Plays like that fuel excitement and remind the guys that every detail matters. And let's not forget, the creativity we've seen isn't random. Many of the plays have been designed specifically for certain opponents. That wild stumble play where the players intentionally fell? Johnson revealed it was crafted to exploit a tendency he noticed from the Bears' defense. Pure football IQ. So, what does this mean for Saturday? The Lions are set to host the Commanders at Ford Field for the divisional round. And you can bet there's more in Johnson's playbook than we've seen so far. Detroit has likely been working on a few surprise moves tailor-made for Washington's defense. Will it be a double reverse? A trick punt return? Maybe something even wilder? Whatever it is, the Lions have shown they're not afraid to take risks, and it's paid off all season long. This is a team built to win creatively, and they've got the perfect balance of discipline and innovation heading into this massive showdown. Now, Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think Ben Johnson has up his sleeve for Saturday? Do you agree with Belichick that the Lions have been holding back some game changers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this energy going all the way to the Super Bowl. Go Lions!